Hello everyone, welcome to the Joking Dolphin Gaming Pod. I'm Mark and as always I'm joined by Matthew.
Hello.
And Nathan.
Hey up everybody.
Matt, you're back. Where you been?
Hell is where I've been.
Or Hades. That's where you've been.
Yep, I've been fighting all them skeletons and whatnot.
But you made it out? You succeeded?
I've done this. Not
Well, good to have-
completely 100%, but, almost there.
Well, good to have you back. And how are you, Dave?
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget you.
Cheers, Mark. Much appreciated. I'm doing well, thank you. Doing all good.
Jolly good.
How are you?
Don't care.
Mark?
Don't care. Oh,
Yeah, how
there
are you,
go, thank
Mark? Yeah, I was just
I'm
about
good,
to
thank
say
you.
that.
I'm good, thank you. Took your time there, but
Nobody
fair
asked about you, so.
Yeah, right. Right, shall we just move on to the news then?
Yeah, we don't care
Straight
about how
to
you
the
are,
news.
really. Let's get into it.
Yeah. I know my place. Right. Should we kick off with the Microsoft Developer Direct then?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So this was an event they did on, when was it? Was it a couple of days ago? I can't remember the
Thursday, I
date.
believe.
Thursday, there we go.
6th.
Yeah, so they went through 5 developers and their latest projects and what's upcoming for this coming year.
Mm.
Just before we get into the games, I really like the format of it. Because I think with these directs, it can get bogged down if you've got like a ton of games, but this just seemed like the right amount.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot more focus.
between
to it.
7 or 8 minutes per game, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I agree with that. Rather than just churning out constant trailer after trailer after trailer. And plus you get to know a bit more about the actual developers, don't you?
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's nice to see them.
It's not a bad thing, is it? So the first game then was from Mojang Studios, and that was Minecraft Legends.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they talked about the new PvP.
Base building, that kind of thing. Storming bases, defending bases.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looked quite good, like visually. Like I expected like more classic Minecraft, but it looks like they've kicked it up a notch. That's what I saw anyway. I don't play Minecraft that much, so. But it looks nice. It's not really my kind of game because I don't like building bases and attacking other people's bases and stuff like that. But
What? Nathan, not liking being brutal.
no,
What is this?
it's
Who is
because there's not enough fidelity there for me. Like I like to see like more realistic brutalness. But yeah, if you want that Lego brutal, then this is for you.
Lego Pro.
I just don't think I've been very good at it. I think that's my problem with it.
Yeah, well, they were talking. They were talking
Yeah.
about how heavily tactics based it was, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably going to move a bit too fast for me.
Yeah. This is like, that meme where everything's on fire. It's just like, this is fine. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it would be for me if I was defending my base.
Yeah, and we'd need to find another person because it's 4 players per team, isn't it? So we need to bring somebody else in.
Nah. What? We can do it.
We could just clone Matt.
Yeah,
We might stand a chance there.
yeah, that's a good point
Can't
because
be.
Matt would probably be the best one
Yes.
at this. So
Yeah.
actually, clone Matt another twice more, then we got 4 Matts, and me and you could just watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that.
Should do that on FIFA as well.
Oh!
I don't know, I like the look of this game. I like that Mojang are kind of, branching the Minecraft IP out a little bit. Because they did that with Dungeons as well. And apparently that was received quite well. So, good for them, really. I think it's been a bit of a nice success story. And then keep it going.
So now this is actually Xbox exclusive, isn't it? So this isn't going to be
Okay.
PlayStation, I believe. Although, looking at the end of it, he did say that. Unless, because it's a Microsoft event, maybe they didn't want to put PlayStation as well on it. Which kind of makes sense.
I thought I heard that they did mention crossplay with it,
Yeah, I heard
well,
some form of crossplay.
but is that going to
Well,
be PC and Xbox? Maybe.
Well, it did say PC as well on the thing. But maybe they just didn't want to advertise PlayStation. I don't know. On their event. But
Probably.
We'll see about that.
PlayStation does that sometimes as well, don't they? In their own.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, I have to read up on that, I'm not quite sure.
I think it'd be silly if they kept that one exclusive, because like the other Minecraft Dungeons wasn't exclusive, so.
Yeah, you don't want to alienate an audience, do you? So.
No.
And that comes out on April the 18th. 2023. What about this next one then?
Forza.
Forza Motorsport.
Forza Motorsport.
No number.
Nope,
it's
the reboot now.
It's the reboot. The gritty reboot of Forza Motorsport.
Well, it felt like it the way they presented it.
So some interesting information came out. So at launch it will have over 500 cars. And they'll be customized, they can be customized with over 800 unique upgrades. They said that, I don't know if you heard this, but I just found this, I'm not sure whether I believe this or not, but he said, the advancements in physics model is greater than Forza Motorsport 5, 6 and 7 combined.
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
I mean, if it is, amazing. But
I mean, yeah, very impressive.
how much more better physics-wise can you be? Or were they just really bad at physics? I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is the first current generation mainline Forza, well, apart from Horizon, but mainline Forza game. So because that's last gen, obviously they're getting more power out of the Series X. So yeah, I can see that.
True.
Yeah, but combined, I don't know. We'll see about that. But it's going to launch with 20 environments, including fan favourites and 5 that are new to the Motorsport series. They said, 10 times more details than previous generations due to photogrammetry and laser scan data. Does look very nice though.
It does.
It's a very pretty game. I won't be surprised if it's like graphically the most powerful game to come out to date.
With a dynamic time of day with weather, so the track changes during a race. That's a cool feature. Look forward to that.
I believe Gran Turismo has something like that. It does look pretty cool.
Well, this is the thing about Gran Turismo is obviously this. Let's be honest, Gran Turismo 7, it didn't have the best launch, did it? Because of its monetization aspects, which for PlayStation, first-party games, it's a bit of a shame. It kind of went down a different route than the rest of them. But this has got a gap to fill, I think. And could it pull people to Xbox? If you're into racing.
It could do. Yeah, definitely. Because it does look really good, though. It does.
Now, I know you prefer Horizon, don't you, Nath?
Yeah.
But does this interest you? Any, track racing? Or this one, though? Or do you just like the...
Normally I do prefer the more arcadey style ones and like the free roam aspect of Horizon. I really do like that, but this does actually look really good. And out of those 500 cars, if they can give me the opportunity to beast up a smart car so I can razz it around a track against Ferraris and Maseratis and God knows what else, then I'll be all up for that.
Well, if you get the PLP 50 in Horizon, maybe you can get it on this. Who knows?
I swear they've kept that ever since they had the Top Gear expansion in one of the...
Probably. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's how it came into existence.
But I've been wanting a good track racer for a while. I mean, I know I've had the last F1 game, which I played, but all the cars are generally the same sort of thing. Yeah. It's nice to have one where it's like a variety of stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Whether I'll get it on release, I'm not sure. But we'll see. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's one of those games where I'm always looking forward to. Particularly with Xbox, when let's be honest, there's not been a whole lot to look forward to recently, has there?
Well, that's it. You almost feel like you need to buy it to justify getting your Xbox. So.
Yeah. But then they also finally mentioned it will have a new online racing mode and an all-new car-building focused single-player career. Sounds intriguing. I don't think any of the others have the other motorsports had a career thing. I'm not quite sure.
I don't think so.
Maybe not to this depth. I don't know.
I remember playing the second one. It's quite similar to. I think they're all set up quite similar to Gran Turismo's. You know, where you have to earn your licenses to sort of go up in.
Oh yeah.
I think don't quote me on that one, but I felt like that was something that's been in Forza Motorsport before.
When it says car building focused, that sounds different.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Building focused.
So we'll see how that was.
Look
forward to that one. Now this next one was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it?
Well, definitely from who's making it.
Yeah, Tango Gameworks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makers from The Evil Within.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to get a scary game. We got quite the opposite.
I don't think you could possibly come up with anything more opposite, could you?
Yeah, about as opposite you can get from horror.
Yeah. So Hi-Fi Rush. When I first saw it, before we saw the name, I thought, ooh, is this Sunset Overdrive 2?
I had that thought in my
I
head
did
as
get
well.
vibes from it, yeah.
Like just in terms of the graphical style, yeah.
So it's a rhythm action game.
Yeah, when I heard that it was a rhythm game, I got a bit less excited because I'm not very good at them. But from when they explained it doesn't.
Game, though, is it?
No, it's not. There are elements there, like to do combos, and in the boss battles you have like more classic rhythm-based options there. But what interested me is that you can use the rhythm aspect of it to kind of have more powerful attacks and to do combos with other characters, but it's not really necessary. It will make the game a bit harder if you're not very good at rhythm-based games like me, but you don't really need to hit those points all the time, which is good.
Yeah, so your attacks automatically sit to the beat.
Yeah.
And the story is apparently you play someone called Chai, and you want to be Rockstar, but the victim of a corporate experiment that allows him to sense the rhythm of the world around him. They look quite funky where the world just it's kind of like a living world where it's just moving to the beat constantly.
Yeah, I like that.
It's an interesting concept. And then you had a robot companion with you as well, didn't you? A robot cat.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the cat though.
No, me neither.
That's some
no, I didn't catch the.
But they did confirm you can stroke it, so that's all that matters for me.
They
That's all you need to know.
And you've got some friends called Peppermint and Macron. And I've noticed the theme that the characters are named after types of tea.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Let's see that the boss fights are custom choreographed to licensed music.
I wonder what they'll pick for those, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff from like 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails are the Prodigy.
Yeah, so very...
Prodigy, I'm quite interested in.
Yeah,
like
very hardcore kind of music.
But then they dropped a bombshell at the end, didn't they?
It's out now.
Yeah, it's out now.
That's quite refreshing, because normally it's like, oh, it's out in 6 months' time, but it's nice to hear. And it's on Gamepass as well, so...
Yep.
I don't know how much it is, though. I didn't actually look.
I imagine it'd be a normal priced game, because from what I've heard, it's actually a very polished game.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
I wish I had an Xbox. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this.
Wait until a few more
things
things
come out. This is
probably
the game that would actually convince me.
Really? Wow. System seller.
Yeah.
This would be law. That's interesting.
Well, I do like my hack and slash games. You know, I do enjoy playing Bayonetta series every so often, and all that. And I think just the presentation, how the world look graphically, you know, music wise, and like just how interesting the concept is of like mashing a rhythm game into a hack and slash is very intriguing to me. Like I love graphically as well how everything looks. All the humor in the trailer as well, I think hit pretty spot on. I think it's quite funny. So yeah, no, I say it surprised me, but also kind of like blew me away a little bit. I was like, this looks really, really good and fun.
Just look a bit quite unique. I do like that about it.
Yeah,
it looks different from a lot of things you see now.
Thing is as well, some actually read offhand on Twitter, the I suppose the main director of the game who came up with the idea. Apparently he was influenced by a scene in Shaun of the Dead for this game. So there's a scene where they're beating up a zombie to like the rhythm of Don't Stop Me Now by Cream.
Oh yeah.
And apparently he got like the idea of the game from it, which sounds quite hilarious when you thinking about it.
I think that's when they're in the pub, isn't it? When they go to Winchester.
Yeah, they're in the pub, yeah. And they're like, there's zombies in, they're like just hitting him with like
the pool cues
to like the same beat as the song. It was funny.
I've just had a look on Steam and it's $26.99.
Ooh,
so not as expensive as you might have thought.
Makes me wonder how big the game is though.
Yeah, well they did say there were 5 bosses.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It could be like a 8 to 10 hour experience. For that price, it's not bad.
There's 5 bosses, that's Sifu length, maybe. Which was about 5 hours. Anyway, interesting concept. I like it.
I've just gone on how long to beat. So the main story, on average, 10.5 hours.
Yeah,
not bad.
Completionist, you can do it in 13.5. So good bit of content there.
Sounds like it could be an easy 1,000 points then. If you're all for game score.
That's your world, Matt, not mine.
That is my world. Haha.
And then we get to the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes, ZeniMax.
Oh, I had to think about that, wasn't I? But yes.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I should have said yes, sorry.
Necrom. Now, I have to say, I've never ventured into Elder Scrolls Online. Have either of you?
I've not, but I want to love it. I want to play it, but I just don't like the subscription side of it. Because you have to pay $8.99 a month or £82 a year to have access to it.
I thought they said they didn't have a subscription.
I thought they dropped that for...
You have to pay for the base game. Well, I assume you have to pay for the base game. Well,
yeah, you have to pay for the base game and then probably the expansions as well.
Yes. Well, they said something. Well, in this update, they're going to introduce a new playable class called the Arcanist. But they also announced that for a limited time trial, all past chapters and over 20 DLCs will be free. Although they didn't say how long that time trial was.
Yeah, it's done now.
Just the weekend, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it did look pretty cool as they were showing it all off. All the different things you could do within the world. And I enjoy Elder Scrolls games anyway, so there's no reason why I probably wouldn't enjoy this one.
I've actually briefly played Elder Scrolls Online. I think on PC for a few weeks. It's not too bad. Like I do like the idea that it's an MMO that you can play entirely single player. Like you don't have to really rely on playing with other people. So I don't know if they have any sort of dungeon / raid style missions where it requires you to be with like other people. Something like Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft has. It basically just played like it was kind of a Skyrim but online, but visually not as impressive.
Yeah, but can you get a Kylo Ren crossblade lightsaber?
Well, I mean, it'd be difficult to mod an MMO to
exactly.
that kind of stuff.
Might be a no from me then.
Unfortunately, you can't get a dragon cosplaying as Macho Man Randy Savage. So
shame that. Well, it's interesting that they're putting this time trial on.
Yeah, I think it's got it has frequent free play events, so you've got like you get to like play for like I think like the base stuff for like a week or so for free.
Oh,
Give you a
that's
bit of a tester, you know what I mean? So.
And this new update comes out on June the 20th this year.
Good for everyone that's still playing, I suppose.
So we move on to the final one. Redfall.
Yep.
I don't know what to think about this game.
I like it.
You like it, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
For me, I don't think it's going to be a day one purchase, but I am interested in it to give it a go.
It's got that like Left 4 Dead vibe that I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I've not played those yet. I've bought it, but I've not tried Back 4 Blood, and I heard that didn't really scratch that itch as much as it should have.
I played Back 4 Blood. I got it as a Christmas present, and it was very underwhelming. It's just not what I wanted it to be. It didn't have the heart and soul of Left 4 Dead. But
Do you think this is just like a repetitive cycle of these types of games? There's nothing that seems that really new or refreshing about it. It seems like we're just regurgitating old ideas.
if they're good ideas,
is it a
why
good
not?
idea?
I think it looks cool.
Okay.
All the different variants of vampires that you can fight. And the location looks pretty good as well. Like just this town that's kind of gone into darkness that you've got to try and fight back the vampires and like take it back like neighborhood by neighborhood. And that there's different hierarchy system. I thought you'd be well up for this, Mark, because they showed us taking down a brewery that were filled with cultists.
I don't want to take down a brewery, do I? I want to build a brewery.
You want to take it back so you can build it back up again.
Well
yeah.
No, it's just, I don't know. Maybe if we're playing it co-op, maybe I'd find some fun in it.
It definitely seems like one of those games you got to play co-op.
Yeah. If you play single player, I think it'd be a bit naff.
Yeah, I can see that. It would be quite dry if you were just playing it on your own, but if you've got like a few of you together playing it, I can see it being fun.
Do we know that if you play single player, do you get AI teams with you? Do we know, or are you just like actually on your own?
I don't know. To be honest, it seems
you did get bots.
Because every screenshot just seems to show other people.
Well, 4 people at the same point.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. But saying that, it's on Xbox. I don't have online for Xbox. So even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to play it co-op anyway. So probably not for me.
I don't have an Xbox, so I can't.
Oh yeah, and that. Well, you got PC, yeah.
I've got a PC.
Yeah,
so
you can play it on that.
You've got an Xbox One, haven't you?
Yeah, like the base model.
Yeah, you could play at 15 FPS, mate. It'd be fine.
15. I can get 60 frames per second, but like the draw distance is like in front of my face. Can't see it. It's almost like playing Silent Hill.
True.
And that's coming out May the 2nd. That's had quite a significant delay, hasn't it? That was supposed to come out last year, wasn't it? Quite a bit of time ago.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like middle of last year. Anyway.
Yeah, just goes into that ever-growing list of games that
have
been delayed.
But hey, at least it's not February.
True.
We've got enough there.
Because we've got Hogwarts Legacy coming out. Can't wait for that.
So that was the last game. So what's your pick of the games?
I think for me either Forza or Hi-Fi Rush, I'd say.
I said, what is your game? Not what are your games.
Games.
You
All
pick
the
one.
games.
I'll make it simple. Mine was Hi-Fi Rush, so.
I'm going to go with Forza. By Smidgy.
Which one? Do I flip a coin?
No one got any love for Elder Scrolls?
No. I think I'll go for Forza. Because it does look impressive.
It does. Well, shall we go on to other news then?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Shall we talk about the death of a game?
Oh no, what's died now?
Well, it should have happened earlier. Let's be quite honest.
Ooh, harsh.
It's not harsh. It has to be said. So it's finally been announced that Marvel's Avengers is going to cease support. There'll be no further updates.
I'm shocked. It was doing so well.
I really thought you were going to say Battlefield 2042 there.
Oh, that'll be soon. With this.
Not before Fall Guys, though.
No, that game will never die.
So, Crystal Dynamics, they put out a statement. Although this was quite funny, they put out a tweet, and then did you see this? The first link was actually broken to the statement, so everyone just like mocked at that, just saying, of course, the first link didn't work. Yeah. So this was what they put on their statement. It's not the full statement, but the important bits. It says, to our amazing community, after 2.5 years and introducing 12 of Earth's mightiest heroes following update 2.8 on March the 31st, 2023, we will no longer add new content or features to Marvel's Avengers. All official support for the game will end on September the 30th, 2023. Even after official support ceases on September 30th, 2023, both single and multiplayer gameplay will continue to be available. So at least that's a positive. Update 2.7, which added the Winter Soldier hero and cloning Lab Omega level threat, is the last new content to be added to the game. No new cosmetics are coming to the marketplace, and all final balance updates will occur in Update 2.8 in March. Along with the end of development, we'll also be turning off the cosmetics marketplace. When Update 2.8 launches on March 31st, 2023, credits will no longer be purchasable, and all remaining credit balances will be converted into in-game resources to aid ongoing adventures. As a show of our appreciation for our community, starting March 31st, we will make all the game's marketplace, challenge card, and shipment cosmetic content available to all players for free. Every single outfit, takedown, emote, and nameplate from the marketplace, challenge cards, and shipments will be free for all players from this date onwards if you own a copy of the game. Now, maybe they should have just done that from the start.
Well, how are they meant to make their money back?
That's kind of the point, by just selling the game. That's how they make your money back.
No, don't be silly.
Not by having these obnoxious editions for money.
That's so 2006, Mark. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well,
charge for for everything.
It seems to be that way, doesn't it? But when you're charging 60 or 70 quid for a game,
specific number there,
and then when they did this, it was only going to go one way.
Yeah. I mean, I can see this alienating the dregs of people that are left playing it, because they'll have bought these things
exactly.
and they're bringing them out for free now. So I'm going to spend £9 and pick a copy up and just download everything.
Yeah. I
finally, we can all play it.
Yeah, I bought mine from CEX on the cheap. And I played the campaign, and as we've mentioned on this pod, the campaign's alright. The campaign's pretty decent. It's just the rest of it that's ugly. But even if you're just going to pick it up for that, Nath, I'd advise you to do it. And plus, you've got nothing to lose now, have you?
Well, that's it, yeah. Can't spend any more money on it.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I might go and do that. Imagine if they've said it's died, they'll make everything free, they have an influx of players that come in, and then they decide to U-turn on it and just bring out more stuff for it.
They say that all this stuff is free, but to be honest, a lot of people just said the stuff was pretty ugly to begin with, didn't they? Like all the outfits.
I mean, they brought out a lot of the MCU stuff out as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but there was a lot of other tedious stuff, weren't there?
Well,
weren't that good.
I mean, probably the only one that actually looks nice is the Spider-Man stuff.
And they're not offering refunds for credits purchased. So it'll go to a credit account. So basically, they released this table where if you've got credit amounts within this level on table, it will just be converted into in-game loot.
Resources.
Yeah, resources, that's the word I'm looking for, yeah. And all digital versions of the game will be removed on the 30th of September as well. So we'll be able to buy it digitally afterwards.
Oh, interesting.
Physical for the win.
Yeah, I was going to say another tick for physical there.
Yes. In your face, Matthew.
Yeah.
Dead
just
game.
you, Matt.
You can buy it.
I bought it. I enjoyed it for what it was. You can't harm me.
Oh yeah. There you go.
A little bit to add to that as well, because I think someone found scrapped plans for 2 new heroes that they were going to add before they came to this decision as well.
Yeah, was one of them She-Hulk?
One of them was going to be She-Hulk. The other one was going to be Captain Marvel. So
I don't think that would have changed things though, would it?
Yeah, it seems strange that they're not going to put Spider-Man on the Xbox versions either. He's locked to PlayStation.
Well, there'll be deals in place about the one there. And what's
Seems weird though, like when?
What's the point of making a new deal for this when they're killing the game?
Well, there's no point making a new deal, is there? Like, he's already out, might as well just put up on all versions and just as like a thank you.
Let's be quite honest. How long did it take them to even get him on it?
Well,
too long. That's one of the reasons why it's dead.
Everyone forgot about it when it released.
I mean, I didn't. That's the reason why I went back to it.
Yeah, but I bet you were away from the game for a long time though. Until it arrived.
Obviously. Well, I'd finished the campaign, didn't have anyone else to play any of the co-op stuff with, so.
I think it's just because they made such a big deal about it, and they just kept putting it off.
Mm.
Any other news?
Well, from a dead game to a dead platform. Stadia. So,
I'm not talking about this anymore.
Rip. It's officially dead.
It's already dead. Just leave it.
No, so we've got to put the final boot in.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So we spoke about this in the last podcast, that they were going to be unlocking Bluetooth mode. And they've done it. So it's a real easy process. I did it earlier. And there's a website that you go on to. And basically you connect your Stadia controller to your computer via USB Type-C cable. And then basically there's a button on the website. I'll put it in the description if anyone wants to do it. So you just click switch Bluetooth mode on, and then it takes you through a wizard that takes about 3 minutes. So basically it'll check for the controller, it will download and update the controller, and then that's it, you're good to go. So once your download's been done, on the controller itself, if you do want to pair it, you just click on Y and then the Stadia icon, and then that'll put it into pairing mode so you can pair it to a Bluetooth enabled device. So it's fairly easy. One thing I will say, people won't care about this, but once you've made the change, it disables Stadia's Wi-Fi wireless play. So, yeah.
Oh no.
So once it's done, you won't be able to...
There's no going back.
That's it. There's no going back.
And
there's also a time limit on this. So you've got until the 31st of December 2023 to install the update. Otherwise, your Stadia controller will be useless, effectively.
So have you actually found...
Yeah, it'd be a good mantelpiece.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
So you've done it. Have you,
yeah.
What have you got? Have you used it for anything? Is it?
No. So I've just done the installation. I've done all that bit, and after the pod, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and see what I can pair it to. So I think I'll try it on my Switch first, see how I get on there. I'll try it on my phone, maybe on the Xbox, PlayStation 5. So
smart fridge,
smart cooker, yeah,
printer. Test all the things.
Yeah, everything. But yeah, to be honest, I was surprised how easy it was to do. One thing though to take note of, it's got to be a USB-C cable that can transfer data. If you've just got a charging one, then it won't find it. So if you plug it in and find it's not working, try it.
So they've killed it off and they're still kicking us with it. Of course. Of course. That is the final insult, isn't it? Do I have to spend more money to try and get one?
No. I'm sure you'll have one.
I don't know if I have, to be honest. I might do.
Oh, I forgot you were on, you're an iPhone user. Yeah, maybe you've not got one. Anyway.
Great. Thanks, Google.
I'll lend you mine, Mark, don't worry.
Do you want some unfortunate news? So once again, there's been another hack in the video game world.
Of course there is. Who's it this time?
So, League of Legends and Valorant developer Riot Games has been the latest video game company to be the victim of a hacker attack. The company says no player or personal information was obtained. However, it appears that the source code for League of Legends, teamfight tactics and an anti-cheat system have been. And they received a ransom email. Would you like to hear the email?
Go on then.
Sure.
Don't have to if you don't want to.
Let's get that juice.
I know, do so. I was just like, what horrible email is this going to be?
It's actually surprisingly in a pleasant tone. But yes. Oh. So it's, Dear Riot Games, we have obtained your valuable data, including the precious anti-cheat source code and the entire game code for League of Legends and its tools, as well as Pac-Man, not that one, your user mode anti-cheat. We understand the significance of these artifacts and the impact their release to the public would have on your major titles, Valorant and League of Legends. In light of this, we are making a small request for an exchange of $10 million. $10
million?
We uploaded a tree list PDF file, which you can view the tree of Pac-Man and League of Legends source. If you require any files for proof, message us and we will provide you the raw file. In return, we will immediately remove all source code from our servers and guarantee that the files will never be released to the public. We will also provide insight into how the breach occurred and offer advice on preventing future breaches. We suggest communicating through Telegram. You can join us here. And then there's a link to the Telegram. We do not wish to harm your reputation or cause public disturbance. Our sole motivation is financial gain. We have sent this message to the directors only and have given you 12 hours to respond. Failure to do so will result in the hack being made public and the extent of the breach being known to more individuals. We also want to remind you that it would be a shame to see your company publicly exposed, especially when you take great pride in your security measures. It is alarming to know that you can be hacked within a matter of hours by an amateur-level hack. We urge you to take this matter seriously and consider our proposal.
I mean, they're quite enterprising, let's face it.
Mm.
And they were nice enough to say, oh, we'll tell you how you were hacked as well, so sweetening the pot there.
Do you actually believe that?
They're like the gentleman hackers.
In return, we will immediately remove all source code from our servers. Yeah. Of course
like
they will.
Anyone's done that before.
Of course they will. But they've refused to pay the ransom. So it's now believed the source code is now listed on the black market.
That's it. Don't deal with terrorists.
Hackers be hacking.
Yeah. It's becoming rather shockingly widespread now, though, isn't it? That this is happening constantly. Huh?
Well, data's key, isn't it, in everything?
I mean, obviously this is a game things we already know about, but when it comes to like projects we're not aware of, it's time to
the
ruin
Capcom
the magic.
one. It's
I mean, the Capcom was like the worst one, easily.
Well, the GT one was pretty bad. But
it was, but that was like for one game, wasn't it? Whereas like for Capcom's was like a whole library of.
True. Yeah.
You know, and potential future titles. So, can't they just go away?
Don't do it.
The company's going to get like the FBI involved, and at some point they always seem to find like at least one kid that was linked to it that's going to get arrested for like 20 years because they're an idiot. Like, stop it. I don't think I've ever known any game company that's been hacked that's gone, yeah, sure, we'll pay you ransom. It's like, no, they're going to get the authorities onto it.
That's as far as we know. Because who's going to outwardly say that they paid a ransom for a cyber attack? And that NDA will be part of the fee that they pay as well. So nobody would ever know.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Get your tinfoil hats out, everyone.
No, just you, Nathan.
I just think it happens more than we're aware of.
Okay.
No,
you may be right. You may be right.
You're very right there. Talking from experience, maybe. Anyway, let's swiftly move on now. Should we talk about leaks?
What, more leaks? Oh, go on then. We'll go from hack to a leak. So you want
we'll go
you
from
can go
hacks
from more
to
bad
leaks,
news
so,
to
you know.
another bad news. Okay. I thought
Well,
you wanted to cheer
they're
us up.
related, aren't they?
I thought you wanted to cheer us up, but okay.
I'll do that later. That's fine. So, unfortunately for Rocksteady, a leaked image was found on 4chan forum.
4chan. It's always 4chan, isn't it?
So is 4chan. So this image seemingly has confirmed plans for certain service or live service game elements, such as a battle pass for the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game.
That screenshot killed my excitement for this game.
Yeah.
It really did.
Mm.
Part of me is hoping it's just complete fabrication and a lie. Somebody's made it up. But
well, I mean, sources close to Video Game Chronicles have managed to verify and confirm that the image is real.
I thought it was real, but I was just telling myself it's fake.
Yeah, you just yeah. So, I mean, from the looks of it, this battle pass in the game is purely just for kind of cosmetics and XP stuff.
It's how it starts, though, isn't it?
Well, it is, isn't it? You know, my interest for this game started getting higher after sort of the little tribute for Kevin Conroy. But then you hear this and it's just really? I was bad enough, the whole fearing that Gotham Knights will have that kind of stuff, but this. I know Gotham Knights doesn't have it, but it's
why? I don't understand why they've gone down this route. It's Rocksteady.
I blame Warner Brothers.
Well, yeah, maybe.
They probably just tried to find ways of how can we make extra moolah from this game.
It's just a real shit. Okay, maybe we've been too harsh. We don't know the full story.
We could be. I mean, whenever you hear Battle Pass, it's always oh no. But
we just need to hear more details, I know.
Yeah, I think once they officially come out and go, okay, we've got this is what it is. Maybe they could, extinguish some flames about the dread of the Battle Pass. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good news.
When's it due to come out?
It is due for the 26th of May this year.
They must pull their fingers
So
out
we've
and
still
start
got a
giving some
while.
information.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the next PlayStation Direct, whenever they do one.
Yeah, maybe. Well, interest has took a nosedive there. And I'm still open. But it's going to take some time to work that back.
Fast forward 6 months, Mark's paying all his money into the Battle Pass.
Oh no.
So this is a great Battle Pass. This is how you do Battle Passes.
This is why everyone loves Fortnite.
Oh, the new skins just dropped. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Shall I move on to a little bit at least nice news, kind of?
Please.
Yes,
Okay.
let's have an upturn.
So, an article that is on Video Game Chronicles. We do have a list of the most downloaded PlayStation Store games of 2022. And this potentially, I've not seen the full list, but this might split between different platforms. I would have to confirm. Oh, it does. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So I'm just looking at the list now. So we've got the lists. We've got PS5 games, PS4 games. We have PSVR games. And we also got a list for free to play. And they're also split between US/Canada and the EU. So I don't know how much in depth you want me to go in this because it's probably going to take a while.
Shall we focus on The EU stuff.
Okay, I can do the EU stuff. We can go through like PS5.
Which we're not in.
True. PS4 and the VR, I suppose. It is like a top 20, so this may take a while, or I could just go through the top 10 just to cut down on size.
Let's do top 10.
Right, well, so we'll go from top 10 then.
Where's
this
FIFA?
is... This is going to be PS5 games in the EU top 10. So at number 10 we've got Dying Light 2. 9 is Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. 8, Horizon Forbidden West. 7, Cyberpunk 2077. 6 is Gran Turismo 7. 5, and refusing to die, is Grand Theft Auto 4. 5.
Gonna say.
4, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? 4 somehow sneaked in.
Rico's back in the game.
Yep. 4 is Elden Ring. Number 3 is God of War Ragnarok. Number 2 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And as marked as
It's always the
helpingly spoiled, number 1 is FIFA 23.
It's because it's just always the same, though, isn't it?
It is.
I swear there must be people who they only buy the consoles for FIFA and COD.
Right, I'll go through the PS4 list as well for the EU, so I'll just do the top 10 quickly there. 10 is The Forest. 9 is Elden Ring.
Wow,
8,
that low.
8 is The Last of Us Part 2. 7 is Among Us. 6 is Red Dead Redemption 2. 5 is FIFA 22. So that's still there. 4, Minecraft. Kind of surprised. 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. 2, Grand Theft Auto 5. 1, FIFA 23. And I'll quickly do the VR games as well, which is quite interesting. So we've got 10 is Astrobot Rescue Mission. Decent VR game. 9, Arizona Sunshine. Got that completely wrong. 8, Batman Arkham VR. 7, Rick and Morty Virtual Reality. 6, I've not heard for. Swordsman VR.
Sounds like a rip-off of Beat Saber or something.
5 is Sniper Elite VR. 4, Creed Rise to Glory.
Is that the
3,
Rocky spin-off?
Yeah. 3 is Super Hot VR, which I very much enjoy. 2, Mark's favourite game of all time, Job Simulator.
Oh, number 2.
Yep.
Hey.
Number 1, which Nathan has already mentioned,
Yeah, it's going to
Beat Saber.
had to be there.
So, I'm not going to go through the free-to-play stuff, other than number 1 is Fall Guys, so it's not dead sure. Actually, I'm actually quite surprised. It beat out Call of Duty, Fortnite, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Rocket League. Somehow eFootball 2023 is there. Higher than Apex Legends.
What?
Which is at 8. 9
It's a
is
fix.
Rumbleverse, and 10 is something called Rec Room. So.
What? Rec Room? Rec Room's good.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a social game thing. Like social hub.
Oh,
thing.
I feel like I might have seen some stuff about it. But there you go. There's your most downloaded PlayStation Store games of 2022.
FIFA.
FIFA, yes, pretty much.
It's always FIFA. We'll just say that from every year. Actually, no, it won't be, because it won't be FIFA anymore, will it? Yeah,
Funnily, looking on the US Canada side, like FIFA just doesn't do as well.
It's gonna be Madden, isn't it?
No, silly.
Call of Duty.
There we go.
Followed by Madden.
Call of Duty.
followed by Ragnarok.
So where's Madden on the list then?
Madden is 5th for PS5
Fifth?
and 8th
Well, same-
for the PS4.
same. The last one has received dire reviews.
Ah,
The last
that
Madden,
would
yeah.
probably be why. Any other news?
So, the incredibly expensive DualSense Edge controller has been released over the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a few teardowns of it. And one thing has become apparent.
The price.
That, well, other than the
the
price
price.
of £209.99. For that money,
Still can't
you'd
believe that.
expect maybe a bit of a bigger battery than the normal controller, but no. It's got it's got a lower milliamp hour battery than the standard controller for some reason. So the DualSense Edge includes a 1050 milliamp hour battery, where the original DualSense controller has 1560. So roughly 50% more. So it looks like people are getting roughly 4 hours out of it. But luckily, it does ship with a very nice braided USB Type-C cable that you can use, and you're gonna bloody need it. One thing I do like about the cable is once you've plugged it into the top of the controller, there's this little locking mechanism so that it doesn't like pull out. But I can see that getting quite, I can see that being quite a hazard if you pull your PlayStation off the...
Yeah.
Yank your controller. Jesus.
Just don't play FIFA with it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Do I?
Just throw it across the room and your PS5 goes flying. But yeah, that was quite a surprise.
I think as well, if you have the controller in the case, isn't the case also able to charge if you plug the USB in? Because I saw that, I was like, oh, that's quite an interesting feature.
Well, you could charge it through the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charge it through the case? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you can put it into the case. Charge it.
When it
Yeah.
charges?
Yes.
Yeah, you put the controller in the case, zip it
Yeah.
up, and then
Yeah.
there's a slot for putting the USB-C in, and it charges the controller through the case.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's not as cool as I thought. I thought it was doing like wireless charging, and you charge the case. But it's just a hole that where you can fit the Type-C cable through. Fair enough.
No, it's not AirPod technology. No.
Yeah. I thought it was something like that. I was like, ooh, maybe £210 a bit of a steal. But no, it's not.
Are you actually surprised by a low battery? I'm not. If you're going to keep adding all these functions to it, it's going to lower the battery, isn't it?
Well, it's the size of battery that's in there. It's not as if they put the same...
Yeah, but there must be the reason why they needed to.
Well, it's probably to keep the weight down. With all the extra things that they've added on.
I would have thought with the extra features within the controller itself, there might not be room to have the bigger battery.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Because you're taking all the modules off and sticks and all that, yeah, so... Should have allowed us to take the battery out.
That would be a cool feature. I mean, if it's anything built quality-wise to the Xbox Elite controllers, then it probably will be like a really good controller to use.
Yeah.
I got one of the Elites, and they felt really nice to use.
The thing I don't like about it is the glossy finish on the black bit at the front. It just makes it look a bit cheap to me. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get one in my hands one day, in about 6 years' time, when they go down to about 40 quid.
And the next model comes out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just not worth it. Just not. I just don't get it. I just don't.
Well, you've got to get that edge, haven't you, Mark?
I've watched unboxings of it. I've seen the two different fancy types of paddles.
Yeah.
You get on the back, you get a longer one and a small.
Cool for if you use that kind of stuff, I suppose.
But they're held in by magnets.
They will be. It'll be, like I say, if it's anything similar to the Xbox Elite controllers, they're quite the same. Like the thumbsticks are magnets as well.
Right.
So
it could just come off while you're playing.
no, they are pretty sturdy. Like they're pretty hard to.
Don't know how you play your games, Nate. But
Yeah.
Oh, I go full force. That's why I've got 5 DualSense controllers, because I broke 3 of them.
Oh, I'm on my 4th.
You win this round, Matt.
I don't know, this is something I just found a bit odd about things you can dismantle and then you put them back together. And I just always worried that it just won't work once I put it back together. Like when I feel like something comes out, I feel like it's broken. Even though it is designed for something to be taken out
Designed
of
to
it.
do that, yeah.
I don't know, I can't get my head around that. But I'm an old man, so I'm not used to this sort of stuff. Any other news?
So, I don't know if you guys have heard of any news on this, but apparently there's going to be a Rainbow Six Siege film in production.
I didn't know about this, but to be quite honest, with the way things are going, it doesn't shock me.
No, true. I mean, every game is pretty much getting a film nowadays, aren't they?
But so what, they're going to have all the operators in it or something?
I
That's
don't
it
know.
going to work?
Well, fully enough, just reading from the article that I did find on Kotaku, did you know there was actually already a prequel film already out for it?
What?
Yes, there's already a Tom Clancy film that came out that's set up a prequel to Rainbow Six.
Really? What's that?
So it was a film that came out in 2021 that is called Without Remorse.
I think I've vaguely heard the name, but I have no idea what it's about.
So apparently it's based on the book of the same name. It was meant to come out in theaters, but unfortunately we hit a pandemic around this time. So apparently it launched on Amazon Prime. And it does actually star Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, right.
So I already feel like maybe I should actually watch this film because I quite like Michael B. Jordan. So apparently, and this is going to be spoilers for the film. So if you do want to watch it, sorry. But apparently towards the end, Jordan's character it essentially plans to create an anti-terrorist team, which is going to be codenamed Rainbow, which is where the start of the Rainbow Six stuff is meant to come to.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Other news about this film is that it does have a director, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher his name. Chad Stahelski?
Oh, Chad Stahelski. Did he do
Yes, the John Wick film.
Yes, John Wick.
So
That's interesting.
I'm getting even more interested. I'm like, ooh, I like the John Wick films. I like Michael B. Jordan. This could be quite an interesting film. Not much else has really come out about it. It doesn't have a release date. But at some point, I'm sure they're going to film it. But apparently, just reading on the article, I wasn't sure if Ubisoft was actually involved in the first film. Obviously, we've been more linked to Tom Clancy directly. I don't know if Ubisoft has any sort of connection other than obviously making the games and stuff. So, interesting. But no, I'd like to see more about this, and it sounds intriguing enough that I might actually watch that. Without Remorse, see if there's any good or not.
Intriguing.
Another video game franchise turning into a film.
Well, should we continue on that trend?
Ooh.
I don't know if you saw it. I think it was only announced earlier. But Amazon are going to be doing a Tomb Raider series, and it's going to be written by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. You know, Fleabag fame.
That'd be good.
Series.
Yes, it's a series. That's a film.
I could see the series working much better for the newer games than what the last film did, and I've not seen the last film, so I can't say much on it.
I don't think it's a very good film, but I did like Alicia Vikander as Lara.
Lara.
I thought she was pretty good.
I like her as well.
Oh, very good.
I saw it as well. It was okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was loosely based on the games though, because the story did take a bit of a. It was a bit different.
It took things from the first two games in the reboots.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think it worked. I don't think it really worked that well.
Okay. I do have a soft spot for the Angelina Jolie films. The first one specifically, I think the first one is a lot better than whatever the hell was the second one.
I'll be honest, I can't really remember much about it.
The most I remember is the scene within the manor where she's kind of doing the whole kind of Matrix running along the walls, taking out the guards that have come in.
I think for me the most impactful scene was when she was in shower. So
I'm sure it was.
What? Do you want good news? The Last of Us HBO series has been renewed for a second season. Already.
Nice.
Already? There's only been 2 episodes, eh?
Yeah, 2 episodes. It's been renewed already. Speaking of which, it's very good, isn't it? So far.
It's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
I really enjoy the changes that they've done.
Maybe someday down the line, maybe we'll have a little spoiler discussion about all that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Do a little review special, maybe. Okay, shall we finish then with what's normally Mark's kind of segment, but I thought I'd hijack it for this episode with a bit of news that might make you go, what?
What?
Thank you, Stone Cold. So.
I hate that chant, but carry on.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, just a funny little story that I spotted on Twitter today, funnily enough, on IGN. So, there's a YouTuber known as Mute Kimura, or Kimura. So they've got a bit of a stream set up on YouTube where they've got a game of Pokémon Violet set up on the Switch, but they're not playing the game. Strangely enough, their pet fish are playing the game.
What?
Yeah. See, I tell you, said you'd say what? So, from how I can see it, they've got like fish in a tank, and behind them there's these like set grids. They've got like a specific control on them. So it's like up, down, left, right, A, B, and it's all kind of scattered in the grid. Where like they've got some like, I think like infrared camera scanning thing where it scans the fish, and if it goes over a grid, then it does the specific action in the game. So like the character goes forward or it stands there and does random stuff. So, you know, their fish are playing Pokemon. Bit weird enough already. The weirdest part of the story is, though, is that the game...
That's not the weirdest part.
It's not the weirdest part. Or maybe the funnest part. The funnest part of this story is that at some point in his stream, and he wasn't there, by the way. Apparently he's off somewhere doing something while his fish are playing the game. The game crashes.
Ooh.
And goes back to the Switch dashboard, where the fish somehow end up in the eShop.
Oh no.
And starts buying games.
It knew what it was doing.
But it also
new.
ended up revealing the streamer's credit card details on stream as well. Yeah. And so apparently, like, he started getting, how he noticed he started getting notifications from his email that he's like buying these games. And he has to like rush over to his stream to like stop it. But
well, it's true what they say. Don't send a fish to do a man's job.
Yeah, moral of the story, don't let fish play Pokemon.
Do we know what the fish bought?
I don't know. They didn't have a list, unfortunately, of what they bought. which is a bit disappointing. I'd love to see like this list of like just games that I just end up buying.
The fish knew what we're doing.
Yep.
That's it. This guy's making tons off me on this stream.
Yeah.
He's buckered up to do an sandwich or something. Let's have him.
Yeah. Just waiting for that perfect moment.
Yeah. Funnily enough, a few years ago now, there was a fish that beat Pokemon Sapphire.
Watch, probably the same guy.
Yeah, it could be. It took him about 300 hours or something to do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sick of Pokemon, that's what it was.
I don't know for catching the same thing over and over. Just rebel.
Just love it. Rebellious fish. It's great.
Shall we move on to what we currently play?
Let's.
Yay.
Shall I stop?
Go on then, Mark.
Yeah,
Because
stop.
mine's going to be very quick. Because I've only played one thing, and it's something we have discussed many a time on this podcast. And that
Fortnite.
is not that one.
Okay.
It's Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, back on that away.
Well,
that
you
game
completed that
again.
already.
Well, now you say that, I have completed it.
Oh, that's fun.
And I have to say, I bloody love it. I think it's an amazing game. I know it's got a myriad of problems that we're all aware of. We spent years mocking it for various reasons. I've mentioned before all the bugs it's got and all the hilarities that's ensued because of them. But there's just something about it. It just grabs me. I was so looking forward to it before, and then obviously all that stuff happened. And I'm like, oh. I thought, is this really going to be an absolute downer when I do get around to playing it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I did, and then the jokes happened. But no, it's so good. The world, I love it. Night City I just think it's absolutely amazing. I love just being in it. I love just driving around in it. I love just walking around in it. Even if I'm not really doing anything, just like watching the world go by. I just love it. I just wish there was a bit more interactivity with the world itself, particularly with things like as you get some moments in like missions where you will interact at places. So you'll be sat at like, I don't know, a coffee shop, and you'll drink a coffee physically. You'll pick it up, take a swig, put it back down, then you continue a conversation, etc. I just wish you could do that in like the world, where you could just go to a coffee shop, sit down, and just drink and just watch the world. But instead, you've got like the typical RPG thing where you've got a load of tiles or things that you just buy, and then in the middle of the game you just consume them.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a bit more interactivity in that sort of thing. But I love the story. I love the characters. I love the side missions. As I say, the world. Graphically, it looks really nice. Character models, a bit iffy. But for the most part, it looks very nice, particularly at night. What I tend to do is that I always try to like skip the time till night, just to see all the neon.
Yeah,
because it just
the clue's in the name.
Gorgeous. Yes, it's not Day City, is it? So yeah. But I bloody love it. I love it so much, and I've platinumed it.
Nice one. How many hours did that take you?
I don't know.
Close to like 200-300 hours on it.
I think it's around the 200 mark. I think.
Wow.
But yeah. But I really, because I just love it so much, I had to go for it. But the thing is, there are missable trophies, and thankfully, I did get them. Well, yeah. But it's just because the game's actually got 5 endings. You actually have to go through each ending to get.
Yeah, I'd heard about this.
So I'm not going to obviously discuss the endings because I know you guys may well play it. But the way you reach the other endings is basically by doing the side missions. So if you don't bother to do some side missions, there'll be some options unavailable to you towards the conclusion, and therefore that will lead you to not be able to get certain endings. But the good thing is, once you complete the ending, it restarts before the point of no return.
Oh, that's
so then you can just do the opposing other endings if you want. So that's good. But yeah, there's not much else I can really say. It's been a game that I've been doing for, was it this upgrade? Well, it came out about a year ago, didn't it? The upgrade. It's around February, March-ish, I think it came out last year.
Something like that.
So I've been playing it on and off for a year, this now. And I started, when it first came out, I started really getting into it, and then I sort of tailed off and played other things, and then recently I really got back into it over the Christmas period and now. And finally I've done it after 200 hours, so I can put it to bed now and move on to properly other big games.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm really happy to have finally finished it, but I do love it.
Yeah. I'm really happy for you because I know that you'd been looking forward to it for a long time, and I'm just really glad it's everything you wanted it to be, even though it took a bit longer than expected. But
yeah, I mean, it could have been better. We all know that, but what it was, I did think it was an amazing experience. And if everybody was worried about it, I'd just go play it. You might be able to get it cheap now, anyway.
It is fairly cheap now. I think you can pick it up for about 15 quid.
Yeah. But it's so thoroughly enjoyable. I loved every second of it. Even all the oddball, chaotic bugs that came along the way. But my brother made an interesting point, really, because he said that basically because the game is situated in the world where bugs and glitches are a thing in that future style, then it kind of actually makes sense that there might be some bugs and glitches in the game. So, yeah, fair play. But yeah, I loved it. And see what the next big game is. So go on, Matt. What you played?
Right. So with myself, obviously, I was not here for the last podcast. I suppose I've kind of got a bit of a stack to go through, and it's not really sort of what you last played, but more of a what have you been doing over the last month. So I'll probably go through some quick stuff first and get them out of the way. So a few games that I've kind of dabbled in, but not really done too much with. So I ended up buying 2 Point Hospital for the PlayStation.
I'm intrigued. How does it play on the console?
I think it plays pretty well. I think it's quite steady compared to, well, I say compared to the PC version. The PC version that I've got is still pretty steady, solid. I did have to get used to obviously some of the controls obviously being different to the PC and stuff, or stuff like, rotating cameras around, placing objects isn't as precise as it would be on a PC, but it's still, like, I'm not gonna say it's terrible. It's obviously good for what the console can do. I've only had a quick dabble on it, so I've finished the first hospital off, got the 3 stars, and I think I'm like level 6 or 7 of the hospital. So it's probably gonna be a game that I'll go back to every so often, because I do enjoy the, I suppose, spiritual precursor to it, the theme hospital. I loved that as when I was playing it when I was younger. Absolutely loved it. Yep. And this one like builds on top of it really nicely. I love the humor.
It is really good.
It's really good. It just reminds you of it again, but just modernized, really. Like, controls are obviously modernized. Everything's good.
I do need to go back on that, actually.
Yeah, I want to get through and do more of it, because I think I stopped at like the 3rd hospital on PC version.
I think that's where I got to.
I think once it starts introducing new stuff and starts getting a little bit more complicated, like once it gets like, oh, you can train your staff now, you can bring people in to train staff. I'm like, oh, information overload, this is getting too much. Yeah. Even though like back on like Theme Hospital, I remember getting to as far as like being able to get like the research facilities in the hospitals as well. So no, I'll get back to it at some point, but it's a game that I definitely want to sort of in and out. I'll come back to. I also, so some of these games I end up buying sort of in the winter sale because they're pretty decent price and stuff. I also got, I should say, House of the Dead remake for the PlayStation as well. Just because I can't wait to see graphically what was different between Light Switch and stuff. Plus, I love House of the Dead anyway. So I had like a full solid game of that. Compared to like the Switch and stuff, it does feel a little bit more solid. Like the frames per second a little bit more on point and being around. I don't think I'm not sure if it is 60. If it is, then it's pretty solid compared to the Switch. Also went through the whole campaign almost saving all the scientists as well. There's an achievement to be able to like save all of them. And I think I just failed on the last one, which I was very disappointed about. So I might have to go through and do that again. Literally though, when I bought it, a week later, there was a PS5 upgrade.
Oh, really?
Is it for free?
It's for free as well.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, oh, wicked. Couldn't have timed it any better. Like, downloaded it, had a quick game, got to as far as maybe 2 minutes into the first level, and then my game crashed. So that was good. So don't know how solid it is on the PS5 version, so I might leave it for a while before I go back. But I'd like to give it a go because graphically I could see there was definitely an upgrade to the lighting engine. There's a lot more, like the ambient lighting being more pronounced and defined and stuff. So it looked pretty good. The gore as well is like impressive. Love just absolutely just dismantling the zombies' corpse on the floor. With the ragdoll physics as well, so that's always fun. Yes, so there's that one. I also end up buying in the sales a Call of Duty game that I never had on PlayStation. And why I've done this is because I'm very intrigued about the campaign that I never got too far in. And I've seen a lot of people, Mark included, saying that the campaign was one of the better Call of Duty ones. So I'll put you out of misery. I don't want you to guess and stuff. It was Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, that campaign was all right, I thought.
Yeah.
With Jon Snow in it.
Mr. Jon Snow and Mr. UFC as well. And Formula 1, actually, because he's in it as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're really random.
Like, it was such a minor character as well for, like, a celebrity.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's Lewis Hamilton. He's actually called, he's called something Hamilton as well in the game. So, I thought I'd buy it because I was like, I don't know, like, Call of Duty was on my mind recently. I've been watching some, like, retrospectives on YouTube, and like I remember watching one on Infinite Warfare saying like the campaign is actually one of the stronger things from the game, and it's actually like a really good one. I remember like yourself as well, Mark. I think we talked about sort of Call of Duty campaigns before, and I don't know, maybe we'll end up making like a top of the pod at some point for Call of Duty. But everyone said like the Infinity War one was like really good, so I thought, okay, I want to give it like a proper try, because it's like every Call of Duty I've bought, I've gone through the campaign, like, always first, to get that out of the way, and then it's like I move on to the multiplayer and whatever the third mode is, whether it's like Warzone or it's zombies or whatnot. And for some reason with Infinite Warfare, I like started the campaign, I just didn't get far with it at all. I just like don't know what it was, something didn't seem right, and then like I went to the multiplayer, and that just like I hated the multiplayer on that one. Like the only redeeming thing I thought was zombies, which I enjoy through other Call of Duties anyway. And Infinite Warfare's version is a pretty good one actually. So I've got as far as when you can start doing you can choose kind of which missions you want to take upon now. So you've got like it's like a free, I don't want to say a free run, but like you get a free reign as to kind of which missions you want to take on, which I thought was pretty cool. It definitely seems like a campaign where you've got a bit more freedom and control over kind of like what you want to do. It's not I want to say it's too linear, because like Call of Duty campaigns are always linear. But I definitely want to give this one a go and give it a proper shot, I think. Because I think once I get through this, the only other campaign I didn't get through was World War II's. I think I would like to sort of go back to that one.
You didn't play through World War II's campaign?
No, I stopped. I
Pretty
think I think there was just like there was just a period of Call of Duties. I think there was Infinite Warfare and then World War II. No, sorry, Black Ops 4. No, it was World War II, wasn't it? That came out after Infinite Warfare, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, because I think is that then it was Black Ops 4, which didn't have the campaign. Then we go into Modern Warfare. Yeah, there was just a period of Call of Duties where I didn't touch the campaign because for whatever reason, the first few missions just didn't grab me, or I just wasn't interested. But I want to give them like a proper go and like be like, okay, this is okay. I can form a proper opinion now on these campaigns. So if we ever do the top of the pod, I can actually give a decent opinion. So yeah, so I've done that on the campaign. Been doing some of the zombies as well. I actually joined a public match with this like 3 other random guys, and this one guy was like who seemed to know how to do everything within the Easter egg. Was carrying us through, and we got to like the alien boss fight in it as well, and that was hard. That was really hard. I didn't end up doing it. But I really want to do that Easter egg because the steps seem simple enough, so I reckon I could give it a pretty good go. So there's that, and then I tried the multiplayer a little bit, and there's still people that play it, and there's still people who are just absolutely like god tier no-lifers who are just flying around in their jetpacks, wall running on top of everything that you don't think they should be doing and killing you. So that put me straight off. So I don't think I'll be doing multiplayer much anymore.
I'm surprised there's still in it. I was surprised there's still quite a few people on it, to be honest.
The only game mode that seems to have people playing it is Team Deathmatch. No Team Deathmatch. So I did get into one game, my first ever game that I should go back into it. Did seem like there was still some people that were kind of new to it, and then there was like a mixture of other people who were experienced with it but weren't absolutely doing ridiculous stuff. So I thought I did alright in that actually. I managed to get like a positive KD, but then like my next game was just like these ranks called MP30 and like MP50. Like, yeah, you've like prestige non-stop and not touched any of Call of Duty game, have you? Why are you still playing this game?
Waiting for people like you to turn up.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. So I was easy fodder. I think I got like 4 kills and about 20 deaths. So those are my time on Infinite Warfare. Now there's 2 bigger games that I've been playing. One that I've been continuously playing, and then there's one that I kind of came back to for a while because I want to give it another go properly. So the one that I've been continuously playing has been Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah. Still plodding along. I think I've got about 40 hours in, and I've only just done. Is it Demeter? Slot it into Gaia.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. The third one, the higher level one of the 3 that you have to collect.
Yeah.
So again, I'm really enjoying my time on there. I'm enjoying coming against new machines and having to sort of start learning different tactics and whatnot. I'm finding I'm playing it like I did with Zero Dawn, where I'm resistant to want to use anything other than the bow. I don't want to use anything else. But I know at some point I'm gonna have to like be like, okay, I'm gonna have to like start venturing towards other stuff and giving them a go at some point. I will say I think my highlight so far of the game has been all the stuff they had to do to get Poseidon. So you know that when you're in Las Vegas and you're doing all like the underwater stuff. I really enjoyed that.
That Las Vegas bit's really good.
Yeah. When I played that, before I got into like the main mission of it, of going into the casino, I just went for a walk around to explore it, just to see if I could find all the landmarks, like the Luxor and places like that. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
All the data points and stuff. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
And I love that group you meet there. I think they're great.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think some of those games definitely improved on from the first one. It's like all the characters seem to have like a personal thing to them. They all feel like actual characters rather than just like, oh, you're just side quest number 7. I can just ignore what you're going to talk about. Like everyone's got like a interesting story to tell. Like another one that actually stood out to me was there's a woman that you meet who is getting like a message from her contraption she's made, to like find where the signal's gone and stuff. But like her whole story of like she left a group and she was angry at her brother, but then she really misses him because like he passed away while she like was on her travels, and like really regrets not being able to say a message to her. And then like the whole signal and message they get from there is also kind of related to her situation as well and stuff. So I really love that. I love how like the characters feel just like real characters. Like they've got their own emotions and reasons of like why they're there and stuff, and how Aloy can help them. Really enjoy it. Absolutely enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna continue through that. I'm getting to the point where I'm fighting between doing too many side missions and trying to like tell myself I've got this main mission that I should probably start doing so I can advance a little bit more into some stuff. But I did that in the original as well. I split my time between side and main, so I'm gonna continue that. Hopefully get that completed before the end of the year. How it feels like. Anyway, the one other game that I went back to, and I started from the beginning again because I didn't quite know exactly where it was. I think I would have been too confused if I would have just continued. Is Death Stranding.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I saw someone on Twitter who started playing it for the first time. It scratched that itch enough that I was like, you know what, I want to go back to this. I want to give this a proper go and see how far I can get to this time. So I've got the PS5 upgrade. Thankfully, owning it physical meant my upgrade was only about £5 or something like that, £5-10. So I was like, yeah, it's worth it enough. So I think I've gone a little further than what I did last time, but still not far. I'm still on chapter 2. I've just made my way to... I've forgotten what the places are. They're all like... It might be Central Knox City, or it's one of them a little bit further to the west than you'd start going to, basically. Yeah, like, story, again, just absolute prime Kojima. I don't think I've come across any of the new stuff that they had since they did the director's cut. I've noticed there is still stuff and equipment around that you can use from other people's games, which is handy. Because I've been doing that, and then I've been trying to like everything as well, because that's the currency of today's, or well, not today's world, but Death Stranding's world.
I do really like that system in it. I do really like the whole players helping each other, but yet it's a single player game.
Yeah, I like the idea of it's kind of like it's a connected world without.
It plays into the narrative, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it's all about the strandings and stuff, isn't it? Like how it's all come to be. But I'm starting to get a grip to it. Like troll wise, I'm starting to learn more of it, and I think I'm just about to come into like my first vehicle, the bike stuff. So I'm sure once I start using that and actually going around America, it'll start to click for me once I start doing a bit more to it. I will say, I think this time around, my first, I suppose, exposure or experience to the what were they called? The
BTs.
BTs, yeah. I felt was a lot more hectic than it was the first time round. Because you got like, you can take 3 different routes basically. There's like a long route that you can get around them, but obviously you get to the city a bit longer. And there's like 2 more direct routes. And I thought I'd just like, for this time round, I was like, I'll do the direct route, see how well I can try and avoid them. No. That did not go to plan. Like immediately, I was just getting like swamped by all these hands reaching up for bridges, and it's just like, oh my god, this is horrible. I managed to like bat them all off and like leg it, but like it's a horrifying experience to go through it.
It can get tense.
Very tense, yeah, for how it's all done and stuff. But no, I think my focus has gone away from it a little bit. It's kind of gone back over to Forbidden West. But I think once I'm done with Forbidden West, I think Death Stranding is going to be the next game I'll fully focus on, and that's going to be it. So no, I can't wait to get back to it and doing a lot more of rebuilding America. Nathan, what have you been playing?
So my games are continuations of what I played. So firstly, I'll start with a game that I completed. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I was about 80% through of trying to foil Vex's plan, and I've finally completed it. So I completed the boss battle in the 4th world that we're in, and Vex ended up stealing all my Dreamer Orbs, the little bugger. And then I got into the 5th world, where I did see quite a bit of a difficulty creep, because, well, it's the last world out of the 5 that you go into, and I did get to a point where I had to look up a guide. So, and it turned out,
look up a guide in Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Yeah, that's how crap at games I am.
No guilty in there. Like, please look at the guide. Don't, I've
it's usually they'll say that to you, actually, isn't it? So, yeah.
But funnily enough, I needed to look it up to check a mechanic that I already knew was there. I just forgot about it.
Okay.
So basically, I got to a
level. So you use that
where,
one a lot, then.
Yeah. Basically, I got to a level where you're being chased by this kind of electric wall, and I needed to break down these boxes. And I had this power, like armor on, where you can hover. And I forgot that you could like shoot like projectiles to break the boxes down. So I was getting to the boxes, stopping, and then just getting taken out by this like electric thing. So, but anyway, got around that.
Sounds like a Crash Bandicoot level.
Yeah. To be honest, some of the platforming does feel like a bit like old school Crash Bandicoot, which is.
Was there a bridge?
There are bridges.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I did all the main levels, and then I got to battle Vex in like the final battle, and I thought when I beat him, I thought this is too easy. There's got to be phase 2. Anyway, 4 phases later, I do end up beating him.
4 phases.
Well, it's not even phases; it's levels. So you beat him in like the boss battle when you've completed all the levels in the 5th world, and then he's like, oh, more powerful than ever now. And then there's a next section beyond that with like 3 levels that you've got to verse him in. So there's like 1 fight level. Then there's a level basically that he just controls, which is quite a fun one. And then there's a final fight after all that. So, but yeah, completed that. There is some post-game stuff, but you've literally got to get every single Dreamer Orb to unlock everything. And I'm not going back through that. I've just... Yeah, it's a great game, but I don't think I'll ever do it, because in order to get all the orbs, I'll need a friend to help me, and me and Lisa have not got a very good track record with co-op games. So even though we enjoy it from time to time, I don't think she'd like me much after playing that. So I moved on. So that one's all done and dusted. But yeah, if you like platformers and you've got a PS5 or even a PS4, because it came out on PS4 as well, definitely get it. It's a fun game. I've been playing quite a bit of Pokemon Scarlet. So at the end of the last pod, I was just outside ready to go and battle my second gym. Not only have I done that gym, I've done all 8 gym badges. I've gone to challenge the Elite Four, beaten the Elite Four, beaten the champion, and then beaten the other champion. So I'm like champion of champions now. So pretty much what you do in a mainline Pokemon game, I've completed that segment of it. What else have I done? Because in this game, there's like more things to do. So there's like different things you can do. So when you go out on the treasure hunt, which I don't really understand why they call it a treasure hunt if it's just like you can go and do whatever you want. You're not really hunting for anything other than Pokemon, I guess. Well, maybe that's it. Anyway, there's another bit to the game where there's this Team Star, and they're kind of like trying to force students to join their group. And there's these 5 separate bases that you can find throughout the map. Anyway, I've basically gone to all the bases, beaten all the bosses, done that bit. And there's also a bit where there's these Titan Pokemon, and you got to battle them in order to get ingredients to make sandwiches. Anyway, found all the Titan Pokemon, beat them, made all the sandwiches, fed all the sandwiches to my Pokemon, because I'm a nice guy, powered him up, and that's where I am. There's a few other bits that I need to do, but I think I'm not far away from actually doing everything in the game. Now, there's 400 Pokemon that you can get as part of the Pokedex. I've got about 200 so far, so I do need to kind of pad that bit out. But I don't think I'll do it because I've never, ever completed a Pokedex before, and I don't think I'm going to start now, to be honest, because, yeah, I'd see it as a waste of time. But yeah, I've put over 30 hours into that now, so... Yeah, but enjoying it. It's really good. Oh, one thing actually, I forgot to mention. I had a terrible glitch, and I thought it broke my game. So periodically, as you're playing it, it'll auto-save. And the game auto-saved me into a wall. And I don't know what happened. I think a Pokemon spawned, and it pushed me into the wall. And just as the encounter was trying to happen, it auto-saved, but I was in this wall, so I couldn't do anything. And so I thought, oh, blooming heck, I can't do anything. I can't move. So I switched the game off, booted it back up, but I was still in the wall. I was like, no, because at this point I was about 25 hours in. I was like, has it all been for nothing? And then Lisa were there across the room laughing at me. She was doing a 3rd gym badge. Like, oh, this is all I need. So what I did was I was in this wall, but I could walk a bit. So I walked, and then I started falling into the map. And then I fell into the water below the island. And as I looked up, I could just see like floating trees and floating mountains and stuff. I did take lots of pictures and recorded it. So I'm going to put this on the gram so you can see the madness that ensued. But anyway, so when I'd fallen down, I decided to save it manually and reboot it because I thought, oh, what it might do is just pop me into that bit of the island. And I can carry on. Didn't do it. I was just stuck floating in the middle of this expanse. I was like, this has got to be it. And then I thought to myself, right, what I'll try next is because I can still swim and move around, I'll swim till I get to like the sea area because there's the island and then you can actually go to the water that's outside the island. So I thought I'll swim there, save it, load it again to see if that works. And that ended up doing it. But it took probably about 25 minutes to get to that point, and I was crapping myself all the way through because I thought, this is it, it's over. The game-breaking glitch, it's got me. But, yeah, that happened.
Doesn't the game have a form of fast travel?
Not that I've found.
Mm.
You can set destinations, but I don't think there's a fast travel. If there is, I've not been using it.
I thought they were. True. Okay. So I was just saying, like, did you never thought about like if you could just fast travel to one place and then just go back?
Yeah. No, I didn't know. Let's have a look.
If that's the thing, I'm gonna laugh.
Honestly, I nearly cried.
Oh, you're not going to be happy. Players can fast travel by opening their map and selecting a blue feather icon.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I thought they were just bird Pokemon raids.
Pokemon raids.
Oh,
You've been trying. You like did this long way around, getting yourself out of it.
I were doing big brain moves when I could have just done this.
You could have just tried that and see if it worked.
Oh, I'm gutted
now.
now.
I mean, you got out of it, so you know. No, I'm done. I was just like, if I ever got stuck, I'd be like, right, first I'm going to try is I'm going to fast travel my way out of here. See. Not in the game though, I'll probably get you stuck in like under the map anyway. Still, like when you fast travel.
Fast travel under map, yeah.
Yeah.
Dear
Oh,
me.
well. You got out of it, so it's no harm.
Yeah, that's it. I found a way. Yeah.
No harm in the end.
No.
This is the way.
Yeah,
Party
hopefully,
dignity.
yeah. Hopefully it won't happen to you, Matt, as you're playing.
Oh, sir.
It's good though. I've enjoyed it. It's been quite refreshing because you can interchange doing like bases with Titan Pokemon and gym badges at the same time, so you can really just go off and do what you want to do. And I think this Pokemon game, more than any of the others, I've tried to catch Pokemon and like change my team out, because normally what I do is I'll have my mind set and I'm going to get this Pokemon and fill my team up and gradually do it over the time to fill my party of 6 up. But this time I've always had a party of 6, and then as I catch a Pokemon that I want to add in, I'll swap them out and
change. Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool.
But yeah. No, it's apart from the glitch, it's been really good. Been enjoying it. So yeah. I think by the time we do the next pod, I'll have done like all the extra stuff that I need to do, and then that'll be it. Pokemon Scarlet, Finn, or Finian.
Oh, terrible. Bad.
That's the Pokemon mark, if you're wondering.
Oh, right, okay. Did the confused face give that away?
What's he talking about?
Funny? What? Oh, funny.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
So there you go. If you enjoyed listening to us, please consider tuning in next time. We release bi-weekly on Tuesdays. You can visit our website at jokingdolphin.com, where we post the whole thing. Also, feel free to follow us on all social media platforms to continue the conversation. You can find Joking Dolphin on YouTube and Facebook, as well as on Instagram and Twitter at Joking Dolphin. Until next time, thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
See you later.